From New Hanover County Schools Television, powered by students, this is your school news.
Welcome to your school news. I'm Leah Schwagel.
And I'm Kira Schwagel. Topping our newscast, October's Board of Education meeting notes. Wilmington's First Pentecostal Holiness Church donates supplies to schools. State DPI releases 2017-18 year in review report.
Our top story this week, the New Hanover County Board of Education held their regular monthly meeting on October 9th at the Board of Education Center. It featured a couple of intensive reports. With the full report is YSN reporter Johan Yolo.
The Board of Education meeting for October 9th was packed with a lot of new information and several reports. Let's get right to the board notes. The meeting kicked off with the Head Start report. Board member Bruce Shell shared the monthly expenditure report and the non-federal share in-kind report. Under information, Belita Quattlebaum shared the 2017-2018 facility use report. That was followed by Dr. Markley's superintendent's report featuring a Hurricane Florence overview. He delivered a PowerPoint presentation on school damage that occurred during the storm and the recovery efforts. According to Dr. Markley, the total damage estimate sits between $15 to $20 million. Dr. Markley also presented the board with school calendar adjustments to show how lost time would be made up. Then the board moved on to consensus items with Dr. Welmers discussing personnel and Mary Hazel Smalls speaking about budget amendment number 1, both of which were approved. Moving on to old business, Eddie Anderson presented middle and high school redistricting to the board and discussed possible changes. A new timeline was approved. Mr. Anderson also reviewed the past and current maps for the board. When it came time to new business, the board approved all of the following: the 2018-2019 Alternative Schools Accountability Model, Public Consulting Group for the fiscal year 2018-2019, the New Hanover County Sheriff's Department contract, NC Works Career Coach Program Memorandum of Understanding, 2019-2020 and 2020-2021 fiscal years and certification with Cape Fear Community College, disposal of surplus property, and budget amendment number 2. The next regular Board of Education meeting will be held Wednesday, November 7th at 5:30 p.m. at the Board of Education Center, 1805 South 13th Street. And as always, if you can't make it to the meeting in person, you can watch the telecast live here on New Hanover County Schools TV or tune in for rebroadcast. With the board notes, this is YSN reporter Johan Yellow.
The Wilmington Pentecostal Holiness Church and United Methodist Committee on Relief teamed up to hand out school supplies to area teachers last month. This comes after Hurricane Florence damaged many school buildings, leaving many folks without the supplies they need. From pencils to notebooks and even handmade bags, there was something for everyone. Event coordinators say that the distribution was a big success and teachers were very thankful for the help.
They're so grateful. Some have come in and they're going to be in other places, other schools. They don't know what they're going to be going into, so they're just so grateful to have the supplies to get started again.
Since the storm, the school system has received countless donations and everyone is very thankful for the aid. For more information about Hurricane Florence donations, please visit our website at nhcs.net.
The Department of Education released their 2017-2018 school year in review. Some of the highlights for the year included addressing school construction needs and the urban-rural divide. A new state program gives $240 million in lottery funds to low-wealth rural counties to build new school facilities. When it comes to innovations for K-12 education, more than $1.2 million is coming in from coding and mobile app grants. That's in addition to a new statewide computer science plan that will connect to students to over 18,000 jobs. The state also secured $30 million to replace obsolete and outdated school businesses systems for local districts across the state. In addition, DPI launched the Commission on Student Mental health and Well-Being and awarded $35 million in new school safety grants. When it comes to the management of the Department of Public Instruction, the state identified more than $15 million meant to support K-3 teachers that went unused due to past practices at DPI. Instead of going unused, these funds have allowed K-3 reading teachers to purchase $200 worth of supplies each. Each purchased new iPads for learning and provided Hill Center master literacy training in every school district, among other things.
College Park Elementary sustained quite a bit of damage during Hurricane Florence, and their school will be uninhabitable for some time. When the district announced all students would return to school on October 4th, the staff of College Park was concerned. The plan was to move mobile units and the students to share Castle Hayne Elementary and Holly Shelter Middle School. However, with just 2 days before the students' return, there was lots of work to be done and many mobile classrooms were not set up. College Park Principal Maria Madison told Alderman Principal Krista Holland about their situation. Ms. Holland put out an all-district call for help on Tuesday night. On Wednesday morning, the help College Park needed arrived. Over 200 employees from across the school district showed up to help the College Park staff set up move boxes from supplies, and do all they could to prepare this for students. It was an amazing show of support. By Wednesday afternoon, Castle Hayne, Holly Shelter, and all the mobile units were prepared to greet their returning students, along with the College Park students and staff. It was another wonderful example of how Hurricane Florence has brought people together and showed what a strong community we have here in New Hanover County.
This is Your School News on cable and online. Look for our blue logo for all the latest news online at www.nhcs.net.
Welcome back to Your School News. I'm Kira Schwigel. Taking the learning experience outside of the classroom and bringing history to life. That's what the Tar Heels Go Walking Tour aims to do. The program gives third grade students the chance to see several key historical spots in downtown Wilmington. We recently tagged along for a tour and have more spots for this YSN feature report.
I think the children need to be exposed to real life history, and there's no better way to do it than taking a good walk through the wonderful city of Wilmington.
For nearly a decade, tour guides like Mary Lou Cook have helped educate more than 22,000 children about Wilmington's history.
We have so much history here. We are a very old city and much to offer, and we also have been fortunate that there's so many people in this area who have been committed to preservation, so that we do have opportunities for children to see what it looked like back in the day.
Wilmington Historic Foundation teams up with New Hanover County Schools for Tar Heels Go Walking, a program that started back in 2009. Kids get the chance to see history come alive by visiting several key places downtown.
Wilmington has an incredible history, both good and bad. And it's important for our students to have an introduction to that, and we want to carry this further as they go along into adulthood.
The kids love being out here. With Snipe students, it's very close to where they live, so they've been downtown maybe in different aspects to eat or to spend time with their family, but coming down and actually learning about the historical sites, the things that they're hearing about in the classroom really brings their neighborhood alive for them. They're hearing about historical figures and historical events, and then they're actually seeing where some of these things happened and what the buildings look like in those time periods just right here in their neighborhood. So it really gives them a chance to connect with it.
We all get to bond together and see all these old stuff here. So I really like it.
The Bellamy Mansion, Keenan Fountain, and Thalian Hall are just some of the stops along the way. Students say the experience really opens their eyes.
I learned that George Davis had a horse, and then he was really protective about this horse, so he let it stay in the in a church too with all the other soldiers. I learned about some other people and other old houses that I never saw before.
The next day, they're always really reflective about it, about how awesome it was and how they'd walked by the fire department 100 times but had never really paid attention to the bell, or they had seen the Bellamy Mansion but they didn't understand, when it was built and those kinds of things. And actually going in Thaling Hall and hearing that it wasn't always a performing arts center, that it served so many other things in their community.
It's a tour that even allows teachers to learn about things that they may not have known before.
I'm from North Carolina originally, but I'm not from Wilmington. So the first time going on this tour, it really opened up Wilmington for me, which then made it easier for me to open it up for my students because I understood it a little better myself. So just having this opportunity to get them out of the classroom and get them immersed in their own culture is a great addition to our curriculum.
Mary Lou is just glad she's able to share her knowledge with so many young students who are eager to learn.
It's such a pleasure to be able to volunteer with the Historic Wilmington Foundation and partner with the school system to do something like this. As someone who's retired, it gives me an opportunity to give back to the community, and I really do enjoy that.
Students at Coddington Elementary got a big surprise when one of their favorite hometown mascots walked through the doors. Sammy the Seahawk ventured from the cafeteria to all of the classrooms as part of his back-to-school tour. At each classroom, Sammy was greeted with hugs by excited students. The popular Seahawk also got the energy flowing by showing off his dance moves. Students laughed and boogied down with the bird. Coddington staff says Sammy really brightens the students' day when he pops in.
We want to continue to have things that are engaging for the kids and make them excited to show up. So when you do things like this and surprise them, I want them to wake up and think, oh, maybe I'm going to have a surprise today.
We have some time before our season kicks off and really gets going. And our goal is to get Sammy out into the community as much as possible. Coaches change, administration changes, but Sammy is always there at UNCW.
It was fun because I got to hug him and he's really fluffy. I looked up and I was like, oh my God, it's Sammy Seahawk. And it just made my day a lot better.
Coddington was just one of many stops for Sammy during his big back-to-school tour. It was a great way to get students energized and excited about school.
Winter Park, College Park, Pine Valley, and Murrayville elementary schools have been elected to receive 2018-2019 True School Innovation Fellowship. The project, fully funded by W.K. Kellogg Foundation, is an intensive collaboration effort aimed at improving literacy among students pre-kindergarten to 3rd grade. The True School Innovation Fellowship provides a $15,000 scholarship per school to cover the full cost of year-long programmatic and coaching support. Only 2 states, North Carolina and Nebraska, and 20 schools within each of these 2 states were selected. The chosen participants in North Carolina represent a mixture of suburban, urban, and rural schools districts across the state. Of the over 10,000 students attending these academic institutions, 55 students are minority students, while 5,000 are white. A majority of students at all but 4 of the chosen schools received free or reduced lunch.
The first day of school is very exciting for kindergarten students, meeting new people, new teachers, and learning new things. To make the day even more memorable, Parsley Elementary has teamed up with the Transportation Department to treat the new kindergartners to an exciting safety lesson. Once the school day is underway, the kindergarten classes all head outdoors to meet a bus driver who talks to them about school bus safety. Many Parsley students are dropped off by their parents or walk to school, so they did not get the chance to ride a school bus. About 7 years ago, Principal Robin Hamilton arranged for a school bus lesson on the first day of school. This allows every student the chance to ride the big yellow bus, as well as learn about bus safety. After the bus driver's safety lesson, where she talked to the students about how to sit and how to act on the bus, they all lined up for a ride. One by one, the students boarded the bus, putting their newly learned safety tips to practice. When everyone was seated, the bus took them on a short ride around the school parking lot. The bus ride and safety lesson gave the Parsley kindergartners a very exciting experience they will remember for years to come. In addition, the bus safety lesson will also help them keep safe for years to come.
Check out these trending pictures and stories on the school system's website. Free pancakes and sausage breakfast and NC Nourish food bags give away a huge success. New Hanover County Schools announces 2017-2018 assessment results, and Board of Education reschedules public forums and redistricting.
As always, and always trending is your school news on Facebook and Twitter.